I lost the prototypes going to Orlando. But at the beginning, it was me too.
How many putters do you think you assembled and sold? You must have a number on that.
Oh yeah, I can tell you it's about.
Welcome back to the Birdie Golf Club podcast, and today we have Simon Linot from Runner Golf on the podcast. Now he's the man behind Runner Golf and his incredibly innovative putters, award-winning innovative putters, and he's going to be telling us all about that, all about his story, what led him to the idea, and what's happened since that moment he thought of, wait a minute, I'm going to change how putters are made. So we're going to dive into that conversation in a minute. Before we do, I just want to ask for a quick favour. If you're enjoying the podcast, please drop us a rating and review. It's only a second of your time and it really, really helps. And also, don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram. It's at Birdie Golf Club Podcast. You can't go wrong, at Birdie Golf Club Podcast. And you'll get all the latest information on the podcast, some clips from episodes, and also some unboxings, reviews of certain products. And, it will just make me really happy as well. So that would be great. Thanks, everyone. So let's get into this episode with Simon Linot from Runner Golf. So, Simon, I was looking online and I at the Runner Golf website and saw the About You sort of section, and It was interesting to me that it mentioned that you had a slightly different background before designing putters. So, did you want to explain that to everyone?
Yeah, my first passion was the automotive industry. So I've been working in this industry as a designer for almost 10 years.
Wow.
After studying this in France and in the US for a semester. And then during COVID, I had a lot of free time from my work. And that's where I tried at the beginning to design my own putter. And that's how everything started.
Wow.
And I did the first prototype, tested it with some pros in Normandy nearby, and then it clicked that there was something to do, and that's how everything started.
Amazing. So interestingly, do you see the parallels between like the automotive when it comes to the engineering on that side of things, and with what that can bring to putters? Because it may not be obvious to some.
Yeah, it's not obvious, but let's say that manufacturing parts is a lot more complicated for the automotive than for putters.
I've heard.
and the experience I had in the automotive was really about how to match the style, the design, and the industrialization of a product, and that's how I managed to do this on the runners.
Okay, yeah, and I guess that's obviously as well suited to sort of large scale, isn't it? Getting the same design over and over and over again.
Yeah, of course.
Which some, putter brands, when they start out, you can sort of see that not every putter matches up necessarily. There's a little bit of a difference to it. So that helps, yeah. I'd have thought, knowing the process of manufacturing.
Yeah, of course, and that's how I chose to mill the parts and not do some kind of injection molding.
Yes,
that was also about positioning the product as a premium product because it's milled. But it was also better for quality, of course.
Of course, yeah. And I think
and perceived quality. Yeah.
I think it's interesting as well because I definitely think you can see the influence of the automotive side of engineering on your putters because they're really unique, I think, in the way they look, and you can tell that you've had experience with like aerodynamics through the shape of them, because I think I've looked into a little bit about aerodynamics, and most of us probably think aerodynamics means like sharp lines,
No.
and pointy ends like a rocket. That's maybe from childhood, but actually it's about the smoothness, isn't it? And the fact that
Yeah,
the air doesn't get.
yeah, let's say that a putter don't need to be aerodynamic, but it was more about the perceived quality of how every surface is not flat.
Mm-hmm,
It's just about
mm-hmm.
curvature, going from one part to the other, and about designing the light on the product.
Yes, yeah. It would be nice though if every surface was flat on a golf course. That would. If someone wants to design that golf course, I'm ready to join.
It it would be easier.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. So you mentioned that the idea of Runner was basically conceived during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So what challenges did that bring? I mean, everyone experienced that time. What challenges did it bring as a startup essentially during then?
I would say that I started the company just at the end of COVID.
Hmm.
In fact, the first PGA show I went to and where I won the
Hmm.
award, the innovation award, we were still wearing masks
Right.
at the show. But it was really the end. And let's say for me, it was more about an opportunity to have time to design this product. Um, and more, there was nothing wrong for me, except going to the golf club to test it, which was a little bit more complicated. But
Yeah.
as you know, we can test putters on a mat at home,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and that's how everything started.
No, that's great. Yeah, that's interesting because I think it was a time I've spoken with. Um, I had Club 36, which is a clothing brand which is starting over here in the UK, and COVID did just seem to be a huge kick for a lot of people into. I don't want to necessarily do what I'm doing anymore, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want my own thing. You know,
yeah. Of course.
so that's interesting that was sort of the catalyst for Runner Golf and starting off and. I'm sure your wife is glad to maybe have the putting mat out of the house.
Yeah, it is.
That's good stuff. So you mentioned also that you won the Innovation Award at the
Yeah,
PGA show. That was in 2022. Is that right?
yeah. January.
So obviously that's fantastic and congratulations on that. And obviously everyone sees the positives that come with that, the extra attention on Runner Golf and everything like that. But did it bring up any challenges? Obviously, because maybe orders started to come in a little bit more and expansion. And what challenges would it have brought you?
Let's say that it was a bit early for selling putters. When I went there, it was only uh, 12 prototypes that I
Wow.
had.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I started selling in September of 2022. So like 9 months later.
Wow.
Uh, so let's say that this award did brought some legitimacy
Yes.
when I want to talk with resellers,
Mm.
that the industry has seen my product and told everyone that it was innovative and the most innovative of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and for the little story,
Please do.
there's a fun fact that I lost the prototypes going to Orlando. I just
On the way there. So
put,
this is on the way there.
yeah, yeah. It was the beginning, and I took holidays from my work to go there,
Oh.
my economy to pay for the booth and the prototypes, and then I arrived in Orlando, and the clubs weren't there. They
Oh.
lost my clubs in the plane. Actually, going through London,
We're
they
sorry.
lost
We're
it in
sorry.
London. And it was kind of a mess for me mentally,
Of course, I can
because
I
I
can
had
imagine.
I just prepared the booth without any products to put in there.
Hmm.
Um, and I had the luck to take the clubs at the airport, on the Tuesday night, like 10
Hmm.
p.m. And the show was starting the next morning at 8.
That is cutting
So
it very fine, isn't it?
yeah.
That was stressful. You could have always just said, "Well, the putters have done a runner." That might have been a
Yeah.
that might have been a good might
You're
have
right.
been a good
You're
line,
right.
maybe. I don't know. I don't think you'd have won the innovation award.
Yeah,
But
you're right. You're right. You're right.
oh wow, that sounds so stressful. So obviously you win the innovation award, and I think for maybe listeners that aren't familiar with runner golf, what would you say are the standout differences between runner golf and other putters that are around at the moment?
Yeah. I think the main thing is about our philosophy as a company, which is to say uh, everyone is different. Every putting stroke is different. And that's why everyone needs a special and individualized product, individualized putter. And all the system is not just a product, it's a system, a fitting
Mm-hmm.
system is about building the perfect putter for your stroke. And that's where it's different from the industry.
Mm.
It's about all the fitting experience, all the data that we put in our AI to build up the perfect putter for you.
Yeah, yeah, because a lot of putting companies um, offer fitting services, don't they? But
Yeah,
that comes with a, normally a lot of expense as well. And they're already
yeah,
premium putters. You're already paying a lot of money, but then you've got to
yeah,
go to their fitting service at your own expense,
yeah,
pay for that time as well, and it ends up, I mean, costing a lot of money for people that obviously clearly value the technology in the putters and the fitting experience. But your website, I did the process myself of going through a putter fitting online, and it's
yeah,
14 questions, isn't it, that
yeah.
you get asked? And just so everyone knows, they're not difficult questions either.
No.
They're not, um, I didn't have to enter any degrees of putting angle
Yeah,
and whatever it may be. They were all pretty obvious questions. We all know our tendencies with putts, whether we pull them, whether we push them. Our putting stroke, we generally have a pretty good idea of where it's at with that. And if we don't, we can go outside and literally
yeah.
see, you know.
And it's a good way to think about what you're doing
Yes.
also. If you don't know, you can ask a friend, please make a video about my stroke and just analyze
Yeah.
yourself. Okay, I have more arc on the outside, so I want to, like my putting signature is this one. That's why you need this configuration.
Yes. Yeah. And the configurations, just if you can go into it in a bit more detail, um, what are the main configuration differences between each person that they'll come to at the end of the putter fitting?
So to make it simple,
Please.
which is not simple, there's 1,600 different configurations on the product.
Okay.
And we are not talking about colors, just the configuration. So we've got different faces for the loft,
Hmm.
different center part for the ergonomy, which is the lie and the shaft position. On top of this, you put offset or not. On some configuration, we even do reverse offsets
Hmm.
to do torqueless putters, like lab, for
Yep.
example. Then you choose the design, the back style of the putter. Then you choose the weight of the moving weights. So we've got three different weights, 18, 30, and 48 grams.
Hmm.
Then your size, the size of the putter, and this is the configuration. And you still don't have move the weight from their original position. That's another step where you try the putter in their like first setting, and by the results you have with this setting, our app will advise you for a new setting
Wow.
of the weight. And that's really the most innovative stuff for the industry is that by moving the weight, we can change the toe hang
Hmm.
of the putter. And by that, we can accelerate or decelerate the face rotation during the stroke.
Yes.
And that's really the new stuff. And we can kind of separate the configuration, for example, a center shaft or a heel shafted
Hmm.
putter with or without offset from the toe hang, which is not standard on the industry.
Hmm.
That means, for example, that we can have a center shaft which is not face balanced.
Okay. Yep.
For example.
Yeah, I understand. And that's interesting because you're talking about the movable technology in weights that, people are aware of that being around in drivers, woods,
Yeah.
etc. Um, it hasn't made its way, obviously, very much into irons and wedges and things like that. But it is remarkable that it hasn't made its way into putters generally, has it?
Yeah.
It
When I won the award, everyone was telling me, why didn't someone do it before?
yeah.
That was the thing. And actually, TaylorMade did a spider putter with movable
Hmm.
weights a year after me. But they are moving the weights across the putter, not from the sides.
Right. Well, that's surprising that TaylorMade stole someone else's idea and used it. That
I
seems
don't.
crazy.
It's TaylorMade. I don't think they stole my idea. I think they should have had this in a box somewhere for a long time, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, there is that, isn't it? It's almost like that spark of
Of course.
like,
I think they have a lot of designers and engineers
yeah.
that can think about that stuff. But but it's actually really different from everything in the industry. And it was for me, it was a way to separate from
Hmm.
everyone. But I'm really far away from all the products of the industry. And so for some resellers, I'm too far.
Right. Okay. What, as in, like, it's a difficult sell for them when it comes to somebody coming in?
I would say that they usually do not take more than 10 minutes to fit or make try putters.
Okay.
And that's where by using our AI, we want to help them accelerate the fitting process.
Yes.
Because they could still make everyone try the 1600 different configurations,
Yeah.
but that would take 2 days.
Of course. I see. So for them, it's like it's not broke. We don't want to fix it. So therefore, we don't want to try something
Yeah, yeah,
innovative and
and,
new
and
in many ways.
and also in some stores, putting a runner next to the other putters is too different, because if if you want to do the same fitting experience and go as far as the runners, you have to go with the runners. You cannot go with the other putters. You see,
Sure. Yeah. Two totally
and
different products, essentially.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course, and that's why for beginning this year, we will do two type of fittings.
Okay.
We are doing a new kind, which we call the easy fitting
Hmm.
process, uh, which is some kind of an autonomous selecting process in those the normal shops, I would say.
Yes.
You don't do not have 1600 configurations. You have only 24.
Okay.
And it's an autonomous way. You see the display.
Hmm.
On the display, you choose if you have arc or not, what is your size, and where do you miss, and then you have a putter.
So
And
down to three
you,
questions.
3 questions.
Okay.
So it's not the perfect putter for your stroke, but it's a better product for your stroke.
Yeah, and I guess it's coming up with solutions as well, right? Because
Yeah,
obviously you would like to get into these shops because it helps
sure.
run a golf, but you've
Yeah.
recognised that okay, that fitting style's not going to work as much as I would like it to. Probably you probably want everyone to go through the full
Yeah,
14.
and
Yeah.
and that's where you have the shops and you have the feeders. The feeders can buy my fitting case and take some time with their customers. But by going this way of easy fitting, it's a way into the system.
Yes.
And if you buy the putter through a shop with the easy fitting, you can still upgrade your putter through an expert
Hmm.
fitting in some other shops later.
Okay, yeah, I see.
All the parts are able to connect to the one you bought.
Oh, that's interesting. I'd like to get you in touch with the guys down at 9 by 9. Actually, I don't know if you've had any contact with them. They're based in Hove, in the UK,
Oh yeah,
but they do
oh yeah,
custom fitting services. They're pretty innovative and new, so I'll try and connect you guys.
yeah. Of course.
Um,
And you know we have a premium product with a premium fitting
mm,
experience. And our way into the UK and all the countries we are targeting is through a reseller network. And, and, and we need partners to help us grow in each country. And that's our goal for 2025 in the UK.
yeah.
And that's why I don't know if I told you yet, but we will be participating at the British Golf Show South in May.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, and we will have a booth there
I
and
remembered because
invite.
I was gutted because, well, I'm not gutted because I'm going on a golf trip, so that's always fun. But I'd have loved
Yeah,
to have been when I could attend. But my team might be a little bit upset of me, foregoing some points on the very important golf trip. But I'm looking forward to hearing all about it, and I think, like you said, it will be an excellent step for Runner.
yeah,
To expand to the UK and become a better known brand here, like it deserves to
yeah,
be.
of course.
Yeah, yeah,
And and let's say that we have to do it slowly because we are a small company and we have to do this step by step with the right partners.
absolutely. Yeah. So with that philosophy, um, obviously a key demographic for you moving forward would be people see things on telly, they see things on the tour,
Yeah, of course.
and tour players. You know how it went with Lab. Essentially, one tour player got a Lab, and then they've all got Labs out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Have you got like a plan moving forward for getting it into Tour Pro's hand, or have you already started that?
Let's say that it's a plan that we want to do through the 2 next years,
Hmm.
going on tour to have people try our putters and see how it's different and how we can set those up for them. But the first step we had is through our partners at KBS.
Yes.
They like all our shafts are KBS shafts. They are resellers for us in Taiwan and in Carlsbad, California.
Well,
And they have our putters on their tour bag every week on tour. And that's kind of the first step for us that PGA Tour players can try our putters. Now I have to go there to explain them the products and do the full fitting with them, of course.
of course, which is difficult because you can't be everywhere at once, can you? At the end of the day,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's important for you to be, because it's also, relatively unusual out of France, obviously, as well, for there to be a club manufacturer. Do you find? I suppose we've covered it already, but do you find that comes with difficulties as well? The fact that you're not based in one of the sort of main spots that people would say for golf manufacturing.
Um, I don't know. In some countries, it's better to be French.
Yeah.
In Asia, for example.
Okay.
Uh, but there's some kind of logistic problems. But I guess at the end, the visibility of the brand is more about the marketing we do and the money we have for that marketing.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the main costs with any brand, isn't it? Marketing.
Yeah,
It just it,
of
it can
course.
skyrocket, and like you said, it's trying to be sustainable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm sure you would
And,
love
and
everyone to have a runner putter or the availability to do it, but
yeah, of course. And by starting this company, I guess there were two ways. I could have invested everything into having one or two players play my putter and then start selling putters. And that's not the choice I did. And I still realized to sell over 1,000 runners worldwide
wow.
uh, in 2 years. So that was another beginning, but it's another way to get legitimacy by having happy customers
Yeah.
playing the runners, advising their friends for runners, coming back to runner to just buy some parts to change their putter color,
Mm,
for example.
yep. Very important. Very important.
Yeah. And yeah, it was a really good thing for us because we the product is made to be adaptable, so we can change stuff about the product. And I guess because of our customers, today the product is better than 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Because their
And now we
feedback
have a
and
yeah,
everything like that comes
yeah,
along.
we have a really good product, and everyone that gets fitted with the runner is happy with it.
So I think we'd be amiss not to talk about sort of the price point as well of Runner, because people will no doubt listen to this episode, go and have a look at Runner Golf, and I think can't shy away from it that it's a premium product that comes at
Of
that
course,
premium price, and it's interesting, isn't it? Because putting is one of the most important parts of the game. It's probably the hardest part of the game as well, because of
yeah,
get to the green in 2 and 3 putt from there, and your score's going to add up by the end of the day. And people are more than happy to spend their money on drivers.
yeah,
Mini drivers is now like people splashing out £400-500 on one of those. Woods are getting more expensive. Iron sets are expensive. But there is a stigma, isn't there, with putters of I don't want to pay more than X amount for it.
yeah. And that's strange because that's also the same thing about training.
Mm-hmm.
People do not train at putting.
Yeah, no, it's
They
true.
prefer to hit balls
I'm one of
at
them.
the practice. Yeah, they prefer to hit like balls at the range, and it's like 300 meters drives, not straight, but 300 meters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And do you think that's
but
because
yeah,
of the
it's
lack
like
of change in the maybe the putter technology, the like you said, the adaptability of a putter? Because it's very frustrating if say you bought a new putter and your friend rocks up with one that's 30 years old, and he putts way better than you. His
yeah,
stroke looks weird, and you can't add it up. It doesn't make sense. But there's not that ability to influence your putter other than just on you, and sometimes that can be frustrating for people. So that's, I guess, where runner golf can really fit that audience, can't it?
yeah, and it's also a way to because you're talking about your friend with a 30 years old
Hmm.
putter holding everything, but the main thing about him is that he trusts his putter.
Yeah,
It's the main thing. And when a putter is made for you, you have to trust it,
be your best friend.
of course.
Yeah,
And as you was saying, it's the most important club of the
yeah.
bag. Uh, you are going to use it between 28 and 35 times a
That
course.
that sounds
Uh,
lovely. I'd take that every day.
and the driver, you'll use it like what, 14 times
Yeah.
and regret it 8 times.
Yeah, that sounds on the low side, but yeah, I think no, it is interesting because people maybe be surprised at putter costs of new putters now, but I think generally the interest in the industry is moving to that more premium price point
Yeah,
on putters.
yeah, and lab golf is leading the way.
Yes, yeah. So interestingly, with Lab, we spoke about this on the phone when we first met. They're putting a lot of emphasis on toe hang and on
Yeah,
the stability through the stroke. And you obviously mentioned with runner golf that you've got putters that imitate that similar idea of that low torque
yeah, we
idea.
can. Yeah,
But it's interesting that you're not going full on into that space, and I'm guessing that's because that doesn't match every single person's putter stroke. Would that be correct?
yeah, yeah. Totally agree. Like for me, from what I understand from their marketing and I tried their products and they're good
Mm,
products. They are so stable that you have to follow the putter.
okay.
Um, And that's, their marketing stuff where they put it in the revealer,
Yes.
like it can put by itself, I would say.
Yeah. Which is an excellent marketing
Uh,
strategy, isn't it? I mean, it looks so
yeah, yeah,
different.
that's good. That's working. That's
Yeah.
working, and that's great for them. But our stuff is more that the putter has to follow you, not the other way around.
I see. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And would you say it's a trademark of maybe um, a sort of better player? So we're talking maybe a scratch handicap or even lower than that, obviously going to tour level, that the low torque tends to suit them better, would you say? Or is that me just talking a load of rubbish?
I guess that for like really good and tour players, it's everything is about the feel.
Okay.
Uh, they can put better than you with a break on a
It's
broomstick.
hurtful. It's hurtful, but it's true. Uh,
Uh, but it's more about the feel,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and I guess and I know the feel of talkless putters is pretty
yeah,
good. It's pretty reassuring. Uh, it's easy to trust the putter,
yeah. But you're going to have guys who
and
have figure eight putting strokes, and that is
yeah,
not going to help their game whatsoever.
yeah, and the question, and that's the philosophy of our company is that how long is it going to suit you?
Yeah,
Um, the we believe that the stroke that you do naturally without thinking about it
yeah,
is the one that you can reproduce the better, the
yeah,
most. And that's how we are fitting the products. But I've mentioned that our products can be upgraded
yes, yeah,
because you're not a robot. So if your stroke is moving, maybe you take a lesson or two, um, you can still move on the weights to change the balance. And if it's not enough, you can change parts of the putter to make it evolve a bit more.
yeah. I see. Yeah, because I guess body types change, right? If somebody starts hitting the
Yeah.
gym or equally hitting McDonald's, they're gonna their body type's gonna change. Their putting stroke is similar to the way they
Yeah, of
swing
course.
their clubs is all going to change. So no, that's really interesting. And what made you, Simon, get into putters? Out of the whole bag, what was it that you thought is putters for
Oh,
me?
honestly, it was a personal problem.
Okay, yeah.
Um, I did play a lot when I was young, like till 15 years old,
Hmm.
and then I kind of stopped till the end of my design studies.
Hmm.
And when I got back to playing golf in a team near Paris, it was really about the main problem was the putting. I was putting with a Scotty Cameron Newport
Hmm.
that I had when I was 15, and I analyzed my stroke and found out that it was really not made for me.
Right. Surprise, surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, and people won't be able to see it, but I have it here, and you see,
Oh yeah, yeah.
just had like some kind of big grips to reduce my arc.
Hmm.
I tried to put some heavier weights,
Yeah.
and that's also how I tried to change the balance of the putter by putting heavier weight on one side or on the other side,
Yes, yeah.
and so that there was something to do in that way.
Yeah. So with grips as well, would you say that that's key to the fitting service as well, or not so much?
Not so
Okay,
much.
that's interesting, isn't it?
And
Because that's probably one of the
that's
biggest. That's probably one of the biggest things that people do with their putters when they get them, is to go, well,
yeah,
I'm getting a big grip on that because that looks great.
yeah, because but why are you taking a big grip? Is to reduce how the your body is moving the
Yeah,
putter. Um, a lot of people are missing left, and they put bigger grips to miss a little bit less
yeah,
left. Um, for us, there's so much configurations and ways to feel difference on the putter that the grip is just more about ergonomics and comfort.
yeah,
And I really believe that uh, grips can just be some kind of, I like it when I hold it.
Yeah.
That's why we have one standard good grip, which is a Garson grip that we
Hmm.
modified. Um, and I would say that everyone will change his putter grip like two, three, four times in the product life
Yeah.
cycle. And the only way I advise people that want to change the grip or ask me to put some other grips is about the weight of the grip.
Yeah.
If you put some kind of like 120-gram grip on a putter, it's changing the whole
Of
balance.
course. Yeah.
And we don't want that.
No, 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 absolutely. Yeah, I've found with grips that if I go too chunky on putters with the grips, it takes away the feel for me.
Yeah.
I've got like a tapered lambkin one on at the moment, and I just find that better. I find just a little bit better feel. I still want to take my right hand out of the equation as much as I can, obviously. And the moment I saw Scotty Scheffler using the new, the new grip that he did, of course I tried it. Um, it didn't really make much of a difference. I'm still a pretty terrible putter. So, like you said, the grip less important, more about feel, and obviously, if it impacts weight, then that's where again you're not going to have to buy a new putter with a runner putter. You're just going to have to adapt it to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's,
And in the fit, like people are not all tour pros. And during the fitting process, if we had the grip in the configuration, people would be lost.
mm,
There are too much different feelings, and they cannot realize which one is the best.
yeah.
So, like when you move the weights from one side to the other on my putters, it feels like two extremely different putters, and it's already some kind of big stuff to analyze and choose when you do the putter
Yeah.
because there's the data when you do like an expert fitting with data that can tell you that, but the feeling is the most important thing.
Because I noticed on your website as well, you had part of the 14 questions is which of these do you prefer, and normally your eye is a good indicator, is like
Yeah.
the subheading on that. So with if somebody didn't have a preference, what would you
Yeah.
fit most people to? Would it be a blade, or would it be a mallet putter generally?
Like the one I sell the most is the blade.
The blade.
Yeah, and I believe that for now it's the thinnest putter I have. And I guess it depends on where the golfer that comes to me is coming from.
Okay.
If he's coming from a mallet, he will like any of the putters I have. Um, if it's coming from a blade, he will go for the thinnest putter I
Mm.
have, and that's where I will be presenting at the British Golf Show our new
Oh,
range.
exclusive for the podcast.
Yeah, which is the Pro Series range. The name is not final yet, but
That
uh,
is a beautiful
uh,
looking thing, Simon. That
yeah,
is,
it's much more thin.
yeah,
See, it's as thin as a classic blade.
yeah,
Uh, it will be a bit more expensive, of course,
yeah, yeah. Well,
uh,
that
be-
comes with,
because the materials are different.
yeah,
Um, but we are targeting another audience with this kind of product.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Beyond premium, essentially, it becomes that pro level. That's lovely looking because you notice on the website that a lot of them have a similar aesthetic to the
Yeah,
way they look, right? With the slightly sort of elongated back, even on the blade. Compared, like
yeah,
you said,
it,
if someone's been playing a Scotty for years, it would be a bit of a
yeah,
change, wouldn't it?
yeah,
But that one appears to have a little bit more of a tapered section,
yeah.
which would again probably suit the eye of someone who's been playing a blade more, but with all that same technology.
Yeah, and all the parts for the Pro Series will be adaptable on every putters I already sold. That means if you bought a putter last
Yeah.
year, you can just upgrade to the Pro Series.
Oh right, wow. That's big for everyone, I think, because I think people are quite tired of the constant need to have to upgrade everything.
Yeah.
every year? Because it's becoming a cycle and an expensive one, isn't it? That
Yeah, of
you
course.
know, and with that comes golf is not a cheap sport, is it? If you want to have
Of
new
course.
equipment every year, you're going to pay a premium for it. But the good, what would you say the life cycle on a runner putter would be?
I guess the base is for life.
Okay, yeah,
Like
yeah,
the ergonomy, except if you have like a big injury or you age a lot uh, and need to change because your posture has changed, or maybe you got shoulder. Um, it's the base is for life. Then I would say the if you are using the putter every every
yeah.
week. Maybe at some point you can damage the face, for example, but you can still just buy the face and replace it
Wow, okay,
without
yeah.
changing the
So
pattern.
the insert can literally just swap in and out.
Yeah,
So good, so good.
that's the thing. It can evolve for all of its lifetime.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. So I guess finally, Simon, because I know I do want you to get back to your family this evening at some point. As much as I have enjoyed talking to you, I could keep going, because putting is a part of the game that I do not invest enough time in. Um, Understanding, I get sold on sort of marketing sort of things a little bit too much. I see a friend who's got a putter and go, well, that seems to be working for them. That same thing that happens across the board. So hearing the tech behind it, the reasons why you've made those choices as well is fascinating. But I guess finally, what's the perfect 2025 for runner golf? I know it's difficult to do that because you're trying to be realistic with your expectations and what you can achieve this year. But what would be, if you look back on 2025, what would be a perfect year for runner golf?
I guess um, the main thing is about, as I was telling you, finding the right partners in each country
Yeah,
for the customers to keep the right experience on the product and have all the potential of the product in any store in any country.
yes, yeah,
And that's the main thing. It's maintaining the experience and the precision and quality of the fitting process.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because how many staff have you got your end that you currently got?
How many stores
Sorry,
are
staff. Sorry,
about?
staff.
Oh, for now I'm all alone.
You're all alone.
Uh,
You're doing this.
yeah, we are like January 20th. I will be hiring my first salesman in 1 month,
Wow,
like
wow.
mid February.
And you've sold a thousand
Yeah,
putters worldwide by yourself.
yeah, yeah. And since I've been having some a company assemble the putters for a year now.
Okay,
I'm not assembling the putters anymore.
yeah.
But at the beginning, it was me
How,
too.
how many putters do you think you assembled and sold? Have you got? You must have a number on that.
Oh yeah, I can tell you it's about 400.
Wow. So 40% of the sales were just
Yeah,
literally person receiving it. You had done it all.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. In some kind of a cave.
Yeah, I mean, you must have been difficult company during that. Well, that's an incredible achievement, Simon. I didn't realise it was just you still at the moment. But like you said, you're looking to hire that first member. It's got to be the right person, obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I found
you
it.
found him.
Uh, it-
Perfect. Perfect.
his name is Mark,
Mhm.
and it's a former pro
Mhm.
golfer, half American, half
Yep.
French, and I guess it's gonna be the right man to help us grow.
So he's on the
Um,
marketing side of things. Is that right?
Oh, salesman.
Salesman. Yeah.
So he will be the one traveling the most to the countries we target. And the main countries we target for 25 and 26 are France, UK, Germany, and Florida.
Okay.
That, that,
That's
that's the main areas that we target for those 2 years.
well. Whoever Mark is, it sounds like he's got a relatively nice job, traveling to those locations. Well played, Mark. is what I'm going to say. Well, Simon, thank you so much for talking to me. I reached out to you. You were kind enough to respond, and show an
It was a
interest
pleasure.
in the podcast and share with me the details about Runner Golf. And as and when you're ready, I'd love to have you back on and talk more about the year, maybe later on in the year. This, find out what's happened, find out where Mark is sunning himself, and I wish you all the success for this year, Simon.
Thank you very
No,
much.
no, you're welcome.
A pleasure to talk with you. Thank you for reaching out.
No, no problem at all.
And thank you for help us show runner to the UK.
Absolutely. All the details on Runner Golf, Instagram, everything like that will be in the description after the episode, the website. Go on there, do your configuration, because I don't think I can put it into words necessarily how simple it is and how much it makes you think about your putting stroke and how that is individual to you. So all that will be in the show notes. So thank you again, Simon.
Thank you. With pleasure.